Hello everyone, welcome to this video. We will be talking about antiderivatives. And if anyone is wondering, how do I know antiderivatives? I am a BSc student and I passed my class in pre-calculus and calculus. So that is why I have used this opportunity to share pre-calculus and calculus um, topic such as antiderivatives. This is going to help me to also just know the topic even more better. And so, you guys, as a student, I am sharing what I learned when I was doing pre-calculus and calculus. So we're going to start out with the definition, but I'm not going to go in depth as if I'm the book or as if I'm the lecturer. I think the whole purpose of my videos is to share how to do the problems more, but I think we need to just go over a little bit of understanding in the things that have to do with the content, the theoretical part also. So the definition is an antiderivative of f on an interval I if f prime x equal to f at x for all x in I. I'm sharing it on the side. You can see it here. So this is the definition of an antiderivative. An antiderivative of f on an interval I if f prime x is equal to f at x for x equal to I. So the general antiderivative of f on I is f at x plus c. C stands for the generic constant, and the notation is the integral of f at x dx, and that would be called an indefinite integral. So the integral of f at x at dx is called an indefinite integral. Now, guys, this is where it gets very interesting. Um, unless you are lazy, extremely lazy, as you want to copy or use ChatGPT or use AI or use online resource to help. I literally went through this entire list, wrote learning every single thing so that I can know it. So it's like cramming, and which is going to help in the future. So this is a list of antiderivatives. I'm going to share the list here. You're going to see the list of antiderivatives. There's probably more. And this list needs to be just known off by heart. You literally need to know this list off by heart. So you learn this list, you know it off by heart, and that is just a great tip I can share with you now. There are 3 problems that I picked in my book that we're going to do today. So this is the first problem that we're going to do. Copy down the problem and try to attempt it. In the meantime, I will share with you how I do the problem. So the way that I do the problem is to employ a few antiderivatives I take from the list that I shared earlier and said we need to know. The first antiderivative that we're going to employ is x to the power of n, for n not equal to 1. The basics with n not equal to 1 is because anything at the bottom at the denominator of a fraction should not be equal to 0. So if you look at this antiderivative. It is x to the power of n, which is equal to x to the power of n plus 1 over n plus 1. So that n plus 1 equal should not be equal to 0. So n should not be equal to -1 in order for that fraction to be defined. So that is the rule, the basic rule. With this, then we employ this, and then we employ the rule, antiderivative rule, where a constant, if there is a constant, then it becomes a constant, and that antiderivative will be constant times x. So you will see that later on. When you look at the question, the function itself seems so big because it has 6x squared minus 8x plus 3. But once you break it down, if you can look at one of the rules, it says f at x plus g at x is equal to f at x plus g at x. And this means you take the f at x and you find the antiderivative of f at x, and then you add with the antiderivative of g at x if that is the sign that is in that function. So if you look at this function, it is 6x squared minus 8x plus 3. So you take the antiderivative of 6x squared, the antiderivative of negative 8x, and the antiderivative of 3, and you add them together. There are many other questions that you can attempt. I hope that you found this video helpful, and I hope that you can attempt more questions now, and that you will learn that list if you haven't done that already. That list really helps. And if you like more content, like this video, then like, subscribe, hit that notification button. I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.